Greetings. I am the host of the Nightmare Channel, a true crime show that is inexplicably identical to the other 48,236 other true crime shows and podcasts on YouTube. That is the exact number of them. I counted. In today's pilot episode, we'll be looking at two unsolved mysteries. Though, I suppose in the first case, the word unsolved is in huge sarcasm quotes, as the husband definitely killed her. But in the second episode, the answer to the mystery is not quite as clean-cut as the victims the Belize Ripper left behind. Story 1. The Disappearance of Nancy Galvani. In the summer of 1982, San Francisco's foggy streets concealed a chilling tale that has remained unsolved for decades. Nancy Galvani, a 33-year-old woman, had recently filed for divorce from her husband, Patrick Galvani, citing his abusive behavior. She and her young daughter, Allison, had relocated to a modest residential hotel in the city's Tenderloin district, leaving behind the grandeur of their former home in Pacific Heights. On the night of August 8, 1982, Nancy was supposed to pick up Allison from her father's house. However, she never arrived. The following morning, her lifeless body was discovered in San Francisco's Bay. It was bound in a sleeping bag with a concrete block tied around her. The brutality of the murder sent shockwaves through the community. Investigators soon uncovered the unsettling details. Nancy's car and a set of her clothes were found at Patrick's home, raising suspicions about his involvement. Even more disturbing was the fact that Patrick had coerced his 5-year-old daughter into providing an alibi for him, a claim that was proven to be false later on. Patrick Galvani's sole alibi for the night of Nancy's death was the statement of their 5-year-old daughter, Allison. He claimed that Allison had been with him during the evening, thereby asserting his innocence. Investigators revealed that Allison had actually been with a babysitter that night, and not with her father as he had claimed. The false alibi raised further suspicions about Patrick's involvement in Nancy's murder. Despite these red flags, the case went cold and no charges were ever filed. Over the years, Allison Galvani, now a professor at Yale University, has tirelessly sought justice for her mother. She has repeatedly urged San Francisco's prosecutors to reopen the case and to hold her father accountable for Nancy's murder. Story 2. The Belize Ripper. In the humid, moonlit nights of Belize City in Central America, whispers of a shadowy figure began to circulate. They called him the Belize Ripper, a name that sent shivers down the spines of those who dared to speak it out loud. The first to vanish was 13-year-old Shirley Nichols. On September 8, 1998, she disappeared without a trace while walking to school. A month later, her lifeless body was discovered, stabbed over 40 times, her face mutilated, and she was wearing the clothes of another missing girl. The town was gripped with fear. Next came 12-year-old Jackie Fern Malik. On March 23, 1999, she vanished during recess. Her body was found 2 days later, stabbed multiple times, her left arm severed, and there were signs that she had been ran over by a car. The brutality of this act was beyond comprehension. Next was 8-year-old Erica Wills. Disappearing on June 26, 1999, her skeletal remains were found weeks later, identified only by her hairband and a ring that she always wore. The community was in turmoil, and the authorities were under immense pressure. On February 15, 2000, 14-year-old Nomi Hernandez went missing. 9 days later, her mutilated body was found alongside the Belize River, stabbed in the face and neck with several body parts missing. The police were baffled. The FBI and Scotland Yard were called in to assist, but the killer remained elusive. The only suspect was Michael Williams, a mechanic who had been seen offering a ride to Jackie Malik and her sister. He was charged with her murder, but later exonerated when another victim was found while he was in custody. Some speculated that the killer had medical training. given the precision of the cuts. Others believe there might have been more than one person involved, as the brutality of the murders suggested a group effort. Despite the extensive investigation, the Belize Ripper was never caught. The case remains one of the country's greatest cold cases. A haunting reminder that whatever you do, dear listener, do not look behind you right now. I said, look behind you right now.